Okay, so let's talk about what feels like a really fundamental shift in how we as developers are starting to work with AI. Because for a long time, the most powerful AI coding assistants have been amazing, but they've also been, well, kind of stuck in one place. And yeah, you know exactly where that place is, your terminal, right? Tools like the original Claude code lived right there on your local machine. It was your trusted partner, right there in the command line. And look, that's a workflow we all know and get, but it's also a tether. It means your AI partner was stuck on your machine, totally limited by your local setup.
So this is the big question that Anthropic seems to be tackling head-on. What if you could just untether your AI collaborator, let it go off and handle really complex coding tasks in a powerful, secure cloud environment that you can tap into from basically anywhere? I mean, all of a sudden, it stops being just a personal tool and starts to feel more like a flexible, on-demand platform.
So let's dig into the first big piece of this puzzle. We're talking about Anthropic's new web-based application, and it really forces us to rethink where an AI agent actually does its heavy lifting.
And here it is, Claude Code on the web. This is their answer. It's a platform that lets you delegate entire, chunky programming tasks right from your browser. Just think about that for a second. You're not running commands locally anymore. You're basically dispatching a dedicated AI agent to go work on your code completely in the cloud.
I mean, the evolution here is just really striking when you lay it out like this. Your main interface goes from the good old command line to a sleek web browser, or even an iOS app. Your machine is no longer the bottleneck. Everything runs on dedicated cloud VMs. And look at this jump in capability. Trying to run parallel tasks before was a headache. Now, it's just natively supported. But maybe the biggest quality of life win here? Setup goes from wrestling with YAML files and API secrets to you just connect your GitHub account. That's it.
Okay, but hang on. Letting an AI just automatically execute code? That brings up a massive question, right? Security. We all know that running code generated by an LLM is inherently risky, and that's exactly why Anthropic built this entire thing around a really critical security idea.
And that idea is the sandbox. The easiest way to think of it is like a secure, temporary, and totally isolated office for the AI agent. Everything it does, analyzing your code, running tests, making changes, it all happens inside this controlled bubble, completely walled off from your own machine, and more importantly, your sensitive data.
And this comparison really shows you why that sandbox is so vital. I mean, on your local machine, a rogue script could potentially access your local files or sniff out your credentials. No thanks. But in the Claude Code sandbox, that's just impossible. The code runs in a lockdown VM, and even the way it talks to GitHub is funneled through a secure proxy. Your credentials are never even in the same room. It's security by design, which is exactly what you want to see.
So with that security foundation firmly in place, what does this actually look like in a developer's day-to-day? Come on, let's walk through what this new workflow really feels like. The process is actually incredibly straightforward. First, you just connect your GitHub account. Then you describe what you need done. Maybe it's a nagging bug fix, or you want to prototype a new feature. From there, Claude just takes over. It clones your repository into its secure cloud environment and gets to work. And when it's done, it pushes all the changes to a new branch and sends you a notification that a pull request is ready for you to review. You've essentially just delegated the whole task from start to finish. And this is where the true power of this model just becomes crystal clear. The flexibility you get is immense. You could literally kick off a complex refactoring job from your phone while you're on the train. You can have Claude fixing 3 different bugs in 3 different repos all at the same time. You don't even need to have the code checked out on your machine. And for all the terminal purists out there, check this out. You can even start a job on the web and then seamlessly pull that session right down to your command line to finish it up. It's the best of both worlds. Okay, so this is obviously a powerful new way of working. Let's cover the essentials, right? Who can actually use this right now? What's it going to cost? And what does this all mean for the future? All right, so here's the fine print. At the moment, Claude Code on the web is in a research preview, and it's for Claude Pro and Max subscribers. The good news, and this is big, is that there's no extra fee. Its usage just counts towards your existing plan's limits. For now, the main limitation to keep in mind is that it only supports repositories hosted on GitHub. So let's just boil this all down. If you're going to remember 3 things, make it these. First, you can now delegate really complex coding tasks to a serious cloud infrastructure. Second, you can execute potentially untrusted AI-generated code with total peace of mind in a secure sandbox. And third, you just gain this enormous flexibility to work from anywhere, on any repository, across a bunch of tasks at once.
And this whole shift brings us to a really fascinating final thought. For decades, the terminal has been the command center, the heart of serious software development. But as these AI agents become truly autonomous and cloud-native, taking on huge tasks from just a simple prompt in a web browser, it really makes you wonder, what does the future hold for our trusted old command line?